So, with all the trade war headlines recently, I wanted to talk about how Dearborn's early history was very tied to bad relations with Canada. Many of you may remember that British troops based in Canada captured Detroit during the War of 1812. Well, after the war, the city really grew too much so that really forts and military bases in the city just were not going to be effective. One of the places that's developed due to the looming threat of the British in Canada is the whole Dearborn Arsenal military base in the 1830s. The Dearborn Arsenal was basically meant to be an organizational and supply point in case of any military crisis in this area, like an invasion from Canada. And the original village of Dearborn sprang up as a settlement to really serve this military base. Now, a real climax in this early history is around 1837 and 1838 when a civil war broke out in Canada. Sometimes called the Patriot War, a lot of Americans got involved in this conflict on the Canadian rebels' side, especially here in Michigan. US officials are actually freaking out about this, that Americans are joining the Canadian rebel side and bringing their guns and other financial support, because they're afraid that the British will effectively declare war on the US. Thus, one of the most active military moments in local history happens when troops are sent to this area to effectively keep Americans from going and joining this war. That does not stop everyone, though. At least one cannon from the Dearborn Arsenal is believed to have been stolen and made it onto a ship that was used to attack Fort Malden down in Amherstburg, Ontario. There's numerous other incidents in this war in this area, including a group of men who crossed the ice and tried to attack the Canadians on Fighting Island in the Detroit River. By the way, after the Fighting Island incident, the British commander actually wanted to cross the ice into the US and pursue those rebels. Well, the American commander was there to basically tell them, if you cross the border, we will fire on you. Well, that American commander was General Hugh Brady, the namesake of Brady Street that our museum is on. So this war really stretched across all of Ontario and Quebec, but in this area there were other notable incidents, including a battle on the Lake Erie ice at Pelee Island. There was also a fairly notable December 1838 battle at Windsor. If you think Canadians are that nice, just know that some of the Americans captured at Windsor were summarily executed.